Alright, so another one. Look, I'm just a fantastic YouTuber at this point. Another little behind the scenes video. This is a conference that I was filming and we're shooting a little promo video for it. So lightweight handheld. I'm FX6, I'm 70 to 200 because we got a very limited number of permission forms signed for this one. So here's a little bit of a breakdown of the kit. I've got the CineSaddle FX6. Obviously you can see I've got a 70 to 200 in the first clips, but I've got a 24 to 70 on now. Got my Sennheiser shotgun mic attached. It's too small, so I've got my lens cleaner stuffed in there. Rode Wireless Pros as my lapel option if need be, but I was actually capturing interviews throughout the day and I was close enough with that 24 to 70 that I was using my shotgun as the main mic and it was showing up alright. A little bit roomy, but I think a little bit of denoise will fix that in post. And you can see this waterproof Wandrd Bag. My Rode headphones were the go-to. And I've got a Godox 5.5 inch monitor. Nothing wrong with 5 inches. Here's the Wandrd Bag now. It's a bit of a tight fit for both of these lenses, but I've got the 50mm if I needed it as well. I didn't end up using it hardly ever, which is a bit annoying because I love the 50. This is what I looked like throughout the first day for probably the first half. And pretty much we're just shooting Vox Pop interviews throughout the day and B-roll of those people that we're shooting interviews of. So I'm trying to stay pretty mobile, pretty nimble. 2 lenses and the microphone in the back. And occasionally I would throw the back Wandrd pouch in the front if I was feeling a little bit, I don't know. I'm really just testing out this thing, but I think it looks kind of crazy, but I could imagine myself kind of pack muled up with this CineSaddle Wandrd combo. Like, you can't fit much stuff in the CineSaddle and take it out easily, so I'm trying to think of other things. But anyway, a bit of a breakdown of what we brought onto the kit. So we have 2 A7S Mark IIIs, and we had 4 small rig V mounts, 99 watt hour. Those are mostly just used with the FX6, but we use them as power banks throughout the day as well. Here's my Rode headphones. Super comfortable. I mean, you can edit with them, you can do whatever you want with them. Super nice. My Godox 5.5 inch monitor and a 70 to 200 G Master f2.8. Love that thing. The Wandrd Bag, pretty decent. I mean, I ended up using it as a CineSaddle alternative halfway through the shoot and just ditched the CineSaddle and just used that. Now this is what the video is really about. This is the Sony FX6 warp stabilizer test. So we're shooting in 1080p at 25 frames a second. We do some slow-mo throughout the day, but it's not important. S-Log3 Cine, 800 ISO, 10 bits at 50 megabit rate. And I can't remember those last 2 things as well, but these are a couple of clips of the Museum of Australian Democracy, just the exterior shots. Can't show you what was on the inside. And essentially I've just lined up these clips. So I've got the no stabilizer shots on the left and I've got the warp stabilizer shots on the right. It's set to 50% smoothness with whatever these things are, like smooth motion, subspace warp. In the framing is like stabilize, crop and auto scale. So you can kind of see that it doesn't actually crop in that much, like maybe a couple of percentages, but not enough to notice a degradation in quality, not in my opinion at least. Not that you're seeing these shots full screen, but some of the full screen ones, you be your own judge. I'm going to export this at a pretty high bit rate so you can really tell, but the 70 to 200 has stabilization in it with the G Master lens, but the 24 to 70 doesn't, and I don't know why it doesn't, because I've shot with other 24 to 70s that do, and there are plenty of other lenses that do, so I'm not sure why, unless it was made for the A7 photography bodies, then which typically do have stabilization built in. But this is a great example of a shot where I'm kind of shaky a little bit. This is all just handheld with the CineSaddle. I didn't have the Wandrd Bag with me at this point, so all handheld CineSaddle shots, and I reckon I would find some usable clips in this, like, but my go-to is really just shoot, and if it needs a little bit of stabilization, it needs a little bit of stabilization. Like, a lot of these clips that I'm shooting for case study videos aren't going to be shown for a very long time, so no one's going to really notice a little bit of like warping. there is obviously a extent to everything, so you be the judge, but any shot that you've seen on the right in these two split screen videos has the exact same stabilization built in, and I would be happy to use any of those clips in any video that I'm putting up. If this was a little promo video about roses, I'm very happy to use the right angles. I'm watching it for you as well. That did crop in a little bit, but this is why. There you go. Because I've done this whole weird transition zoom out thing. So there is, like what I was saying before, there's an extent for everything. This shot cropped in a little bit as well. I think I was a bit too wonky, but you can see the stabilized shot worked out fantastic. And if you want to cover your ass a little bit, just shoot a little bit wider. But you can see the crop in there if you can see the difference in the guy's foot, but still totally usable. If you want some handheld footage and you're happy enough with it being a little bit shaky, then go for it. Sometimes I can add a little bit of realism, but if you just want that clean professional look, go for it. Just add some warp stabilization to this stuff. No one is going to care, and it's going to make you look like a little tripod man just walking around the place. Bronowski's Gate is a beautiful rose garden in the capital city of Australia, and my granddad used to grow a lot of roses, and I just have to say, if you can ever go and smell a fresh rose, that's where the saying comes from. Go smell the roses. There's absolutely nothing better than some fresh roses. But this is what the video is about, and you guys can like if you want to, or subscribe, completely up to you.